Good morning. I'm the Moon Mama. Happy Wednesday. How are y'all doing today? I am, I am, I think I want to say I'm tired. The solstice energy and the eclipse and the Mercury retrograde and the new moon can all be very exhausting and draining in ways to the subconscious. And so many of us might feel tired and feel low energy and not understand why. And the reason why is because all this energy, like the new moon is when the moon is completely dark. And so that means that our psyches are not getting as much light when the moon is dark entirely. So our relationship to light is what creates our entire life. And so when we get less of it, it signals our bodies and our hormones to rest. And so the environment impacts our relationship with the environment impacts our hormones, and then that creates how we're feeling generally. So I have been feeling a little bit tired, and I was up late last night with my coach, Gabrielle Zelina. I have a coach as well because I absolutely believe that anyone who is out in the world teaching and working as a healer, I have to have a tribe of people that support me as well. And one of them is my coach, Gabrielle Zelina, and she's like 31 years old. She might even be 30, and she's a genius. She is so brilliant, so you should check her out. But we were up late last night doing a lacing because I am working on these issues or the experiences, the energy and the stories that I'm holding around abandonment. And so that brings me to our theme today. So Mercury is the planet that governs our communication, the stories we tell ourselves, our perceived reality. And from 0 to 7, we are, most of that, a great deal of that time, like from 0 to 2 or 0 to 3, we're nonverbal. And we're literally just absorbing our environment. We're absorbing everything. We're not conscious of what it is, but we're just taking it all in. And we're taking in we're not creating meaning yet, but we're just absorbing it. So however your mother is or father is, you're just taking all that in. And then at about 5, you start to create meaning, or maybe 7, you start to create meaning. Oh, my mother did this, and it made me feel like this, and things like that. And we start to hold on to stuff. And so I have been working with this healing abandonment issues, and understanding how they work inside of the human psyche or my psyche so that I can then help others. And so last night, Gabrielle and I were up doing something that is called lacing. Kenya K. Stevens created lacing. She's also going to be leading the Mercury retrograde course tonight in the up level communication. So I encourage you to register for that if you have not. It's going to be freaking amazing. We're going to be doing the up level communication. So let me not go all the way there. So lacing, last night we do this experience where we call upon our earliest memory of an experience. So like I call upon my earliest memory of abandonment. And then Gabrielle leads me through a guided meditation where we get to then tell a new story, call in the ancestors, and recreate that mind, that memory, so that it is much more favorable, because the mind believes anything you tell it. And it also responds to what you believe according to that subconscious energy. So that's what I was up doing last night, and that is why I am tired. And today we are in a Mercury day, and Mercury is the planet that governs our perception, how we perceive our reality. And it's very important to understand that the story we tell ourselves is everything. It is everything. And it's so subtle. That's the thing that people don't understand, that this work is subtle. So like when we study like the law of attraction and all of those kind of things, one of the things that I have discovered is that no one ever talks about how subtle and subconscious. I don't want to say no one ever talks about it, because that's not probably true. But all of this stuff is very subtle. It's that internal silent voice that's talking to you all the time, or it feels silent, it feels very soft. And I'm not talking about the higher self voice. I'm talking about the chatter that runs in your mind. Like the other day I was talking to a friend of mine, and they said something about the future, and about the future that didn't include me. And my internal voice said, oh, they're gonna abandon me. Like I could feel it. It was just a feeling. It's pre-verbal. It's just a where I feel like, oh, they're planning something without me. And that is the way we inform ourselves. That's how we're creating our reality, with these energetic, nonverbal beliefs and feelings and sensations that started when we were from 0 to 7. And we can be 30 or 70 or 40, and those beliefs are running us. And so it's important for us to learn how to catch those beliefs, how to see how they're showing up in our lives. Because if you are having challenges where you can't really get the fulfillment that you want, you know, for me, I whatever I did, like I could never make enough money or could never feel fulfilled. I would want something and then I would get it, and then it wouldn't be it. And some of the challenges that we live in a culture that, like I said yesterday, is lying to us. It's saying, if you have this amount of money, you'll be happy. If you have this car, you'll be happy. If you go on this vacation, you'll be happy. And so we are looking for the thing that will give us a sense of fulfillment, a sense of connection, a sense of self. And we look outside of ourselves, but really what's keeping us from it is these internal nonverbal communications and feelings that showed up from 0 to 7 in our relationship with our parents. And so as we are doing the Mercury retrograde, we get to go and look at where those things formed. How did we get started with these belief systems? And when you look at them, oh, you'd be surprised how subtle, how discreet these beliefs are running you, and how the culture uses information and programming to keep them in place. You know, you need to lose weight. If you file bankruptcy, the radio, you know, the music, you know, that bitch is this. The imagery of black people and white people, and he's out to get me, and they have more than I have, and I don't have enough. Like it's all an energy that keeps us on a hamster wheel. And as we're moving into this election cycle, it's going to get even further, even more dramatic. And so the work that I'm doing is just here to offer us another perspective, another way to see ourselves, another way to make ourselves. Because the truth of the matter is that we have to make ourselves what we want to be. We have to convince ourselves of the reality that we want to live in. You have to build your own reality from the inside of you. And you have to deconstruct the one that you were born into in your mind. You have to deconstruct it in your mind. And all you have to do is begin asking questions and getting curious about why you believe what you believe, and why you do what you do, and why you think what you think, and things like that. And you will begin to see, oh, somebody told me this. This is not really what I want to be doing. I'm just doing this because, you know, someone informed me of this as a child, and it's surprising to see how the beliefs are running us. So today, like I said, is Mercury day. The moon is in Leo, and the moon in Leo is your creative self-expression. I was saying yesterday how Leo is love, right? And love is the energy that leads you to your creative self-expression, but it's self-love. Like when you love yourself and love who you are and how you're made, and how the energy of the universe flows through you, because that's what's happening. You are a conduit for God. And when you love how you are made and how the energy flows through you, you have this opportunity to, you know, tap into what your gifts are, to what is unique for you to offer and bring to the world. And so Leo is about your creative self-expression. What does that look like? This is my creative self-expression. My creative self-expression is healing myself and helping others heal themselves. And so I do that by teaching classes and astrology. And it's nothing is new under the planet or in the world, but it is always new as it comes through someone unique, right? So no one can do what I do. No one can do what you do. So it's important to understand what your creative self-expression is and then to begin expressing it because it's necessary and needed for the world to be, for the world, in order for the world to evolve, like who you are. You are here to deliver something that is unique to you that no one else can deliver. And so if you harness that energy, if you do the work to heal your perceptions and your early childhood patterning and your trauma with your parents, or your trauma of being in this culture, or maybe you've had personal traumas that have really impacted you in ways that are profound. You know, if you do the work to heal that, your creative self-expression will be realized. It's profound to me. Because the work that I'm doing now, if someone would have told me this 10 years ago, oh, you're going to be doing astrology and you're going to be coaching people and helping people get free from the old ways of being and moving, I would have said, no way. There's no way I can do that. But because I have continued to do my own healing work, I've been absolutely directed to into this way of being. And that's the thing about Mercury, is that we need to be able to hear the spirit within us, our guide, so that we can be and do what we're here to do. And taking direction is key to this work. So, you know, for instance, like Spirit has been telling me to wrap my head up. And let me just say that I do not like head wraps. I don't like any of this kind of stuff. Like, I'm very, very simple. Like, simplicity is my thing. But it's important for us to take direction from God, from the divine, and be obedient. And in doing so, your life becomes more in alignment. So for instance, I am taking direction from Spirit. I'm listening. I'm doing the baths. I'm doing, like, Spirit told me to come and do the moon things every day. I do it. Now Spirit is telling me to wrap my hair up so that I can protect my crown chakra. And so I'm going to do that more and more and more. But all of it is because when we learn how to listen, when we learn how to take guidance from our higher selves, we experience more fulfillment, we experience more health, we experience more love, we experience more joy. And when we follow the natural cycles, if you see that post I made about the coronavirus, when we follow the natural cycles, the universe will align us with health and wholeness and well-being. The universe will tell us what particular medicine is for us. Like, maybe you need to take a bath, you know, twice a week. Maybe you need to take these herbs. Maybe you need to go on nature works. Maybe you need to do breath work. Maybe you need to work with crystals. The universe will tell you what is yours to have wholeness and wellness in your life. And then you don't have to worry about all that stuff that's going on out there, because you have your prescription from the divine. And if you follow your prescription from the divine, whatever's going on out there is absolutely none of your business. Isn't that something? So that's what's up, y'all. All right, I encourage you all to join the Mercury Retrograde course tonight. We're going to be doing up-level communication. We're going to be venting, and you're going to be getting everything out. Whatever you're holding on to, whatever is blocking you, you're going to tell the truth about it. You're going to release it. You're going to process it. You're going to take responsibility for it. And then it's going to go away, and you're going to have that energy open to use as you desire. You're going to have that power open. So whatever race story you're holding, come tonight and let us teach you how to release it through up level. Okay, peace and blessings, everyone. I am the Moon Mama. Have a wonderful Wednesday. Enjoy this Leo moon energy. I love you. Bye-bye.